Hello, Hungarian again. Long time no see. We've had a very nice summer. People are being nice to each other. Those of you who believe the last two sentences should check their ability to assess information received. Sorry about the joke. At the moment I'm having 166 subscribers. It should be, when it will be uploaded, it will have reached 168. So keep subscribing, keep liking, write down anything you wish to down below in the comment section, be it your favorite color or anything like that. There's green, red, white, blue, yellow, and so on. Today's topic, we are going to transform some nouns into verbs. This time I have to prepare you or to admit or anything like that. Usually I always talk about the structure of the grammar phenomenon and then how to use it and what to use it for. This time the topic is a bit rough or I'm not sure whether it's that clear to most of you. Therefore, I'm going to merge the usage and the structure of the phenomenon or of the topic. At the end I'm going to show you some examples, so you should understand it. If not, ask something. So what's our topic? We are going to transform nouns into verbs. What does that mean? You have a noun, and then if you want to express, an action is happening in connection with the noun, you can add a certain suffix. And then you have your verb. Let me give you an example. We are going to take foci. Foci is the nickname of football. Focizik means to play football. Now what have I done? I have taken a z, which is a suffix, a derivational suffix, transforming nouns into verbs. I have the z, and the ik, I and k is the third person singular, which is at the same time the dictionary form, the form you will find in the dictionary, third person singular present indicative. Focizik, to play football. Now you have just heard my description was a bit rougher or more widespread, if you like. Why? Simply because it does not necessarily have to mean to play football. What do I mean by saying that? If you say focizik, in 99% of the cases, it will mean to play football. It means, in fact, if you translate it literally, to football. Now, if you, I know in English that verb doesn't exist. But if you say I football or I am footballing, it does not, if you think about it, it does not necessarily mean you are playing football. Of course, it will probably mean you play football or football is being played or something like that. But it can theoretically mean anything related to football. Fotizik, let's say you have you paint two pictures. You plan to paint two pictures. One of them is a football field with football players, and the other one is a basketball field with basketball players. And now you are the painter and you are being asked, what are you going to do this afternoon? And you know you are going to paint the football picture. That's your plan. And then you could say focizok. In this case, I don't basketball, or I'm going to football, if you like. Rather than basketball, I'm not going to basketball if you translate it literally. And in this case, focizok does not mean I play football, but I'm going to play. I'm going to paint the football picture rather than the other one. As I said, in this case, I mean, if you say I am footballing, what are you doing? You will play football. But it can mean, it can theoretically mean something completely different. Here again, sorry about repeating myself. I have no feedback, just this silly device. If you don't get it, ask. Examples will come. So you have Z, and Ik. I have some other remarks on that. Sometimes it's not a Z but an L. If it's an L, it has a specific meaning. That means if you have, let's say, strandol means to stay or to be at the beach, including taking going into the river or into the sea, eating something, drinking something, lying in the sand, and so on. Usual things you do at the beach. You could say I am beaching, or to beach, I beach, if you like. The basic difference is that in this case it can't be anything else. So in this case it has a clear translation, clear. If I had here again, if I had a picture, if I were planning to paint two pictures, and one with the beach and the other, I couldn't say if I were going for the beach picture, I couldn't say I'm going to beach strandolok, because strandol has a clear meaning. Just saying, there's here in this case, if it's an L, there are not. There's only one possibility in the meaning. It can't mean anything else. And there's a third one. It is a Z as well. It does not occur that often, but. It does exist when it is a Z, without ik in the third person singular. Let's say, for instance, levelez. Levelez is to be to write letters, or to exchange letters. levelezek valakivel, I levelez valakivel, let's say it that way, to have a yeah, how to say it, to a correspondential contact to someone, to keep contact via writing letters, by writing letters. That means levelez. Yeah, that was one example for that. So again, we have one with an L. Simply adding an L, you have the linking vowel as well. Then we have only Z, Z, and then we have Zik, Z suffix and another suffix ik. Now we have those three possibilities, and before forgetting, let me add the Zik variant is ending ending in ik. Therefore, strictly speaking, the first person singular of present should theoretically end in M. Have an M suffix, be it direct or indirect. Let's say we have had focizik, then the first person singular should be focizom. Now the problem is we have if you end a verb an indirect with indirect conjugation, if you end it with an M in the third person singular, it sounds a bit yeah, how to say it, a bit arrogant. Or I say focizom. That's as if I were higher society or yeah. Therefore, we often in slang or in everyday language, we usually use the ka variant. Therefore, you would say focizok. Focizok. I play football. Or I do something with football. That does only occur at verbs with ik ending. Any other verb as well you will have heard of. Just saying this difference between the ka and the m. Don't be disturbed by the ka. Yeah. Yeah, why is that important? Two reasons. We have the three possibilities. Among the three possibilities, the most productive one is the third one, Z-E-K, Zik. What does that mean, productive? You can theoretically take any noun and put Zik onto it, or the respective person and number. And once you have done that, you have a verb related to the specific noun or to the relative noun you are talking about. Now you might be asking yourself, why is that so important? Well, it can make your if you can't express yourself, you can take anything. I mean, if I could say felhőzök, I am clouding. Whatever that means. If you have a camera and you are a huge fan of cloud photos, and then you are at the same time you like taking photos of trees, and then I'm calling you, what are you doing? I'm clouding. Then I know you are doing something with clouds. If I know your passion, I will know you are taking photos of clouds. Instead of saying I am taking photos of clouds, you simply say I am clouding, if you like, felhőzök. Now here in this case, it would be a bit, yeah, it sounds a bit strange because people don't necessarily use this yeah, this word felhőzik. It's theoretically possible, but not really. But there are many words that are used more or less officially. They are more or less official. Some of them, I'm saying more or less because some of them are a bit strangely created, or a bit rare, or a bit yeah, they sound a bit weird. But we have many others that are used in everyday life. Yeah, the other reason why I'm showing you this for, if you hear something like that, you ask somebody, what did you do today? And then I could say, if you ask me, I could say fociztam. I played football. And then yeah, you will understand football. Foci is you will understand foci, football, and then you won't be disturbed by the ending, or by the word form, if you like. I said focistam. You asked in the past, and now I can say I footballed this afternoon. Yeah, and then your skill of your understanding skill should become better. Yeah, why have I been saying so many things? You should of course be a bit careful about creating such words. I mean, just as I have mentioned, the cloud one, it sounds a bit strange, but if you speak a higher level of a Hungarian, yeah, then you will be able to to create such words. Now, what have I done now? I have created some sentences containing these verbs with the ending zik. Number one. These are here again. These are two verbs, fázik and utazik. These verbs are zik. It could theoretically it's derived from fa and ut. It could theoretically be anything related to way, street, and wood, respectively, or timber. But here in this case, the meaning has become so solid that there is, yeah, utazik can still be something else, but fázik is to be cold. To be cold. Why does that mean to be cold? People used to, back in the past, many years ago, people used to collect timber, and whenever they were collecting timber, they were cold. And therefore, to have a cold means fázik. I am timbering. That means I'm collecting timber. Fázik and utazik. Yeah, utazik is a bit more clearer one, let's say, a more obvious one. It means to travel. It could still, as I said, it could still be something related to street or way, but in 99 point whatever percent, it is to travel. Now I have my... Elutaztunk egészen Kolozsvárig, pedig nagyon fáztunk. And here again we have elutaztunk, we have traveled to it's something with the prefix is due to the aspect. We traveled. Yeah, past tense. Once you have your verb, you can feel free to conjugate it. I haven't made a video on the conjugation because I don't necessarily want to do everything, but elutaztunk, we have traveled or we traveled. Fáztunk, we were cold. Yeah. Sentence number 2. Ebéd után elmegyünk buszozni. Here we have go plus, you have it in French and in English as well a bit. Go plus infinitive. Elmegyünk buszozni. We are going busing, if you like. After lunch, we are going busing. That means grandparents often do that. My grandparents used to do that with me. After lunch, you take a bus and then you travel around just for fun. If you like. Buszozni, yeah. Why have I taken this? I have nearly forgotten. You can take any public means of transport and use it. Yeah, again, buszozni could be anything. In most of the cases, is to travel around by bus or even to use bus. If I say if you ask somebody how do you go working, and then they say buszozok, I bus, or it's the present simple. I could say I am busing. I have been busing. Have you ever bussed? Oh, of course. I have even trolley bussed. So you can fool around with that. You can say villamosozik, metrózik, hévezik, vonatozik. You can also say biciklizik, rollerozik. Everything possible, and then you can decline it. Buszoztok, second person plural. Here again, I don't necessarily want to go into the details because my videos are often too long. Might not be that good. It is much work for me, and you have to listen. Number 3. Puskás Ferenc nagyon jól focizott. Here again we have playing football. He has played football, or he used to play football very well. He used to be a good football player, you would rather say in English. Why have I chosen foci? You can take any sport you wish to. Teniszezik, focizik, kosárlabdázik, labdázik, kosarazik. Anything with ball, anything ending in ball. You can to ball, or you can be balling, or as you like it. Vízilabda, röplabda, and so on. You can create something like that. Then I've had teniszezik, tollasozik, you can say, hokizik, motorozik, karatézik, birkózik. Here with birkózik you have words karatézik, skanderozik, and so on. Number 4. A medvék megijesztették az embereket, majd megreggeliztek. Reggelizni, megreggelizik, or reggelizik, megreggelizik is to have breakfast until the end, or to eat everything, or until you've had enough. Let's put it that way. It's here again the aspect. To breakfast, I am breakfasting. Yeah, feel free to say it. Then we have vacsorázik. Vacsorázunk is an example. We are dinnering. Then we have 10 óraizik. We have uzsonnázik. And now there is here an exception. Whysoever ebéd is formed with an L. Ebéd L. Here again it means in French you have déjeuner. Yeah, it works, it's really the same principle. Before I forget to say it, in English, if you take a closer look at it, you have have plus noun. If you say, let's say, I am having lunch, I'm having breakfast, I have dinner, or I mean, I'm not saying, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying you can translate everything vice versa like that. But there are a couple of things. Let's say, yeah, even if you teach somebody called Joe, and then you say Józok, I am having Joe, if you like. It can also be can also be sexual under me, or yeah, or take a woman. In my case, it would be. I find it theoretically it's possible to do that with names, with people's names, but to me it's a bit silly. I'm not that kind of person. If you like it, feel free. I think it sounds silly. You know about it. Yeah, we have meals. This is what I was going to say. Ebédel is an exception. Whysoever with L. Here that works with having lunch, breakfast, and so on. And now we are going to have a last one. We are going to take keddenként szoktam gitározni. I have the habit of playing the guitar on Tuesday. Yeah, you can take as just as we've just had the sports. You have the possibility with music instruments as well. Yeah, let's say I've had guitar, playing the guitar. You can say furujázik, zongorázik, oboázik, cellózik. Here in the sentence I have to have the habit of doing something. And then I am going to take a sixth one, and then will be enough. Dolgoznunk kéne, de inkább sörözünk. Sörözik. Kör and bort, to beer and to wine. That means in most cases here again it can be anything. What can you do with beer and what can you do with wine? Yeah, you drink it. To have here you can say we are having a beer or we are having a wine. We are wining or we are beering. A commonly used verb with sich, with a sich ending. So I hope I tried to keep this video a bit shorter than usual. I hope it was clear and yeah, I can only repeat myself. Push every silly button this algorithm needs to recommend my videos. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it, and yeah, see you next time. Thanks, bye.